Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Zach, aka the Treasure Troll. It's time for another Sunday confessional. Hopefully the video is a little better this week than it was last week. I apologize for that. It turned out that the editing software that I use had an update, and it wasn't compatible with the format that my iPhone recorded it in. So I had to figure that out. That was a fun journey. But it looks like it should be fixed. It should be good to go. I did a couple of tests, so I guess we'll find out. This week was busy. It was a rough week. I've been kind of fighting a cold all week, sniffles and all that good stuff. I've still got a little bit of it you can probably hear. I ran 2 Dib Dit shows, even though I wasn't feeling the best. I did 2 clothing shows on Tuesday and Thursday. And between the two of them, I did about $106.15 after fees and shipping. So, not horrible. You know, that's what, $53 a show, roughly 60-minute shows, so $53 an hour if you want to look at it that way. A little less if you count packing, which took about an hour after each show. I did have to do setup too, so that was probably another hour actually. So 106 divided by 4, what is that? $27 an hour, give or take. It's not bad. I mean, a lot of people don't make $27 an hour, especially doing something they love and they find it, fun. So that was good. Probably not going to do a clothing show this week. I plan on doing a book show on Tuesday. I have that scheduled. So I'll be doing like vintage sci-fi westerns, and I think there's a little bit of horror. I might even throw some of those old romance novels in there. I know that some people still like them. So, I mean, like I said, I can get a huge box of books for $5, and if I sell them at, $1 a piece, or even 2 for $1, 50 books for $5. So, that's $25 to $50 per box that I make in profit. And it's pretty quick. It's pretty easy. It's medium mail. It's easy to ship. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Last time I ran a book show, it actually went really well, but that was all vintage sci-fi. And I had one buyer that was buying, like, everything. So, I just have to see how this one goes on Tuesday. I'll let you guys know next week in the confessional. Other than that, I think Thursday I might run an everything show on DibDit, plush, toys, random household goods kind of thing. Or I might run a clothing show. I haven't decided. It's going to be one of the two. Clothing shows are a little more setup intensive, but they're a lot less pack up and ship intensive, because it's clothes. It's not going to break. You just fold it nice and neat, put it in a box, slap a label on it, ship it out. Whereas an everything show, they might have 3 stuffed animals and like a vase that's glass that you got to pack. Which, packing a vase with stuffed animals, that's obviously easy, but you know what I'm saying? It's a different variety of stuff, makes it harder to pack all together in one big package. But let's get into the numbers. Not a lot of sales this week, but decent value sales. So first up, we have this Snoopy Come Home. It's like the sheet music for the piano and the vocals. So that sold almost instantly. I might have underpriced it. I don't know. There wasn't any comps for it. It wasn't. I even looked in the research area and I didn't see it. So I don't care. It was in a box of books that I got for $5, and it sold for 20 free ship. Not a big deal. Next up is a math homeschool game for the computer. It was brand new sealed. I think I paid $1 for it. Not a big deal. So $1 into that's pretty good. Department 56, Bob, whatever, Tiny Tim's dad, whatever, cottage. Sold pretty fast. I mean, especially considering it's not, I mean, we're after Christmas. So Christmas sells all year round. It sells for a little bit more in the October, November range. But hey, I'll take it. I think I paid $5 for it, $6 maybe. It'll be in one of the videos if it hasn't already. And like I said, it sold within a week or two, so not too bad. Next up, Dragon Ball Z Season 2 disc, whatever, DVD replacement. Normally, I don't break those sets up, but I made the rookie mistake of not checking to make sure all the discs were there, for one, and I didn't check conditions of discs. I just saw that it was Dragon Ball Z, it was dirt cheap, I just bought it without really checking it, which, rookie mistake. So I ended up listing each DVD that I did have that was in good condition for $14.99, free ship, as replacement DVDs for people that already own it, but you know, their kids scratched up one or whatever. And they don't take up a lot of room, and they sell slowly over time. I think this is the third or fourth one I've sold since I listed them a couple months ago. So that's pretty good. Next up, a Scotty Cameron hoodie. I had this listed high, and then I had a guy point out that there were some flaws that showed up better in the photos than I really saw in person. So I went and I broke it back out, and I looked, and there was a little bleach fading in spots, and like a line across the arm that was a bleach fade. I don't know how I didn't see it, but I had it listed for $75. He offered me $30. I took it. I mean, $30 for a used hoodie, yeah, I'll take it all day long. Maybe could have gotten a little more because it is Scotty Cameron. That's a good name in golf stuff, but like I said, with that damage, I was happy for $30. I think I had 5 into it, maybe. It might have even come in one of the clothing bags, to be honest with you. This Cutco chef knife sold within 30 minutes of listing for $29.99. I had one lowball offer of $15, and I was like, no, just declined, didn't even counter offer. And within like 10-15 minutes, it sold full asking price. So it did have the tip missing, so if the tip had been there, probably could have gotten closer to 45 or 50 for it. I mean, it is Cutco, it is vintage, but hey, I paid $8 for an entire block of knives, and I got $30 out of that one. So all the other ones, which are Chicago cutlery, I'll get between $10-15 a piece for those. So that's great profit right there. This Kansas City bobblehead, I had 2 of them, and I had them listed high for a very long time because there were none other listed. There was a sold comp for I think 50 or 60. There were none listed, so I listed both of mine, and I listed them at I think at $70, and they sat forever. And I finally lowered them, and a guy sent me an offer for whatever it says on the screen there. I don't remember off the top of my head, and I took it because again, they've been sitting in my listed inventory for 6 to 8 months. And that's a little too long. So, I mean, $27, I'll take it. Again, I think I probably overpaid for them. I think I paid $11 a piece for them. Because, like I said, there was a $50, $60 comp. So I was thinking, $10, $11 into 50, 60, great deal. But, that's the nature with collectibles. Some are going to go high. You might look at a comp and it says $75, and that was 2 months ago, and the price falls off the next day because something happened with the writer of that television show, or that athlete did something that people don't like, and all of a sudden their stuff's not worth anything. I don't think that's what happened with this guy, but just an example. Next two sales are for vintage thermal tops. I paid, I'll say $6 a piece for these. I had them listed for $29.99 a piece, and I got two separate offers that I took. Both. I mean, it was a quick, easy profit. They haven't even been up a week, and I'm like, that those offers are within $5 of my asking price, so yeah, I'm gonna take it. Next up is a Planet of the Apes cup. I had two of these. The first one sold for full asking price, and then this one I sent an offer on because it was the lesser condition of the two, and the guy accepted it, paid for it right away. Good to go. Those took 2 months maybe to sell, so not too bad. And then these scent lock coveralls. So I bought these back in, I want to say October, right before bow hunting season. And I thought for sure they would sell then. And I'm pretty sure I didn't get them listed until around Christmas. I think I bought them in October thinking I was going to list them right away. I didn't list them right away, like an idiot. Would have been prime time to sell them, bow hunting season, deer season, but I wasn't into, I didn't want to deal with clothes at that point. I was busy doing Christmas listings and stuff like that, and Christmas rolled around. I found them in a box. I was like, oh crap, I need to get these listed. I listed them. They sat for, what is it, February something, a month and a half, 2 months, and I had them listed higher, and I got a good offer on them, so I took it because, like I said, I missed my window to get the prime. That was my own fault. So overall, if you add up Dibbed It and what I made on eBay, take out the fees, take out the shipping, that leaves me with $349.34 in the sales for the week. Like I said, after fees and shipping. So take out my taxes, that takes me down to $262. Take out my 25% for sourcing money, and I pocketed $196.50 this week. So we're down a few dollars than we were the week before. Am I upset? Not really. I had a heck of a good time other than being sick. I like doing the Dibbed It shows. I'm going to keep doing those. Like I said, it's a lot less number of sales, but with the exception of the Dragon Ball DVD and the Planet of the Apes Cup and the math game, I averaged over $10 per item. Most of my items are averaging right around 20 to 25 to 30 actually, profit after fees and taxes. So can't beat that. I'm making enough money to live. I'm making enough money to keep doing it, and it's just going to get better from here. I know it is. The reason I didn't probably have as many sales this week is because I didn't list as much this week. I was so focused on my Dibbed It shows and not feeling well. And so if I wasn't actively sourcing or actively working on that Dibbed It show or actively shipping, I was pretty much a slug this week. My video on Wednesday was probably half as long as my previous Wednesday videos. Again, because I wasn't feeling good. I got it close to 20 minutes. I did my voiceover and I put it up. It was, my last two videos were not up to par. They were not up to snuff. I need to get better at it. I need to get better at not leaving a mess behind me, as you can see. You know, I still got my rack for the Didbit show set up. I need to get that moved back into storage. Those boxes set up behind me were set up for that show. I got a big pile of books right here that I need to... Those are actually need to be listed on eBay. So this week I need to buckle down a little harder. I am still going to take tomorrow off. Sundays, or today, as you're seeing this, I'm still taking my normal one day off because I feel like it's important for me to... If it's important for me to keep the habits of working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then it's also important for me to keep the habit of taking that one day a week off where I do nothing. Take that back. I do pack up orders for Monday morning most of the time. Sometimes I wait until Monday morning to pack up, to be honest. But in order to sustain this drive to not burn myself out mentally, spiritually, physically like I did with my normal 9-to-5 job, I need to make sure that I do take that downtime. And some people would argue, well, you know, you took a bunch of downtime all week because, you know, you didn't get this done, you didn't get that done. And there's a little truth to that, but I was also sick. You know, I'm human. Human beings get sick. So nobody wants to work when they're sick. The fact that I still rocked out 2 Dibdit shows and I still rocked out my sourcing and getting footage for videos. I mean, I think that's pretty good for being sick. So, and no, I didn't wear a mask while I was out. It was the sniffles. People get the sniffles. Other people were coughing on me. Don't start with me. Anyway, we're not going to get on that soapbox. But, so yeah, good week. Next week's going to be even better. Like I said, I got a solid plan. I'm starting to feel better. I know if I take a whole day off tomorrow, I'll be ready to hit the road on Monday. Bust it out. Get some sales. Get some listings up. Find some cool stuff. Make a video for Wednesday. Which, part of the reason this last Wednesday sucked is because, again, I was sick, and 2, I waited until Tuesday night at like 10 p.m. to start making that video. Can't do that. I do record these. I'm waving this damn thing around. I do record these on Saturday nights late just because I want to be able to catch any sales that come in to include them in the video. You know, I don't want to record the video at 7 p.m., get it all edited and listed and, you know, get it scheduled, and then I have 5 sales come in that aren't going to be included in the video. So I always wait till about 11:30 midnight so that anything that comes out after this, I'll pick this damn thing up again. Anyway, anything that comes out, you know, sales after this will be on next week's video. I'm just rambling at this point because I'm tired. And like I said, I still don't feel good. So I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching if you're watching. If you're enjoying this journey with me, hit that like and subscribe. Like I said, I do 2 videos a week. Whether I feel good or not, they're not always the best videos, but they're there. And I'm working on making them better. I mean, I just started out. So they're not going to be the best video quality or editing quality, but you know, nobody's perfect at something the first time they try it. All right, guys, enough rambling. Check out the video on Wednesday, and I will see you next Sunday for another confessional.